This is Trip. They said they needed somebody whose mic demeanor matches how the D-League get it hype inside that ice arena. For live action analysis and highlights, you need to let your host on the mic. Mr. Reichert be the light to lead you through life between the pipes. Incite like an encyclopedia. Look inside yourself, find the fight to compete in you. Get in while you can, the numbers doubling fast. Asses in the seats and snot bubbles on the glass. Sign your name on the line for your spot and lock it up. This is hockey. We'll see who talking tough when they drop the puck. Try to keep your teeth and knock it up. Sorry about your luck. You should probably go sit down somewhere safe and get doctored up. Turn it up loud, let it knock in your truck. Or in the office, sound waves ripple through coffee cups. Come on. Log on, lock it in, and lock it up. It's dleagueradio.com. Let's talk it up. Again. Log on, lock it in, and lock it up. It's dleagueradio.com.
Good morning, listeners, and welcome to D-League Radio. This is the first game of the afternoon. The Wolverines versus the Jesters. I'm Matt Whips. I'm joined by Pete Van Howling. We are ready to drop the puck, so we'll get the introductory comments in as we can.
Good morning, listeners and viewers. I believe
and viewers, we are on D-League Radio TV.
D-League Radio TV.
Yes. So right away, Ted Davis wins the draw. Passes over to Justin Moore, who returns. It's blocked to the side by Coble. Davis in the corner. Tries the center. That's broken up. Kept in by Dave Nemi. But now Bonnet breaks out for the Jesters. Chris Pauley now. Tim Young now in for the Jesters. He's got Bonnet with him. Can't quite get around Ryan Llewellyn. Coble keeps it in. But now that's deflected where it's taken by Davis. Davis looking for Moore. Moore gets it over to the corner. He's looking to center. Does so, but that's broken up. Taken by Coble in the corner.
Justin Moore sporting a new visor out there, a shaded one. That's the first one I've seen in the league.
Yeah, now here comes Bonnet. He's got a couple guys with him. Gets it over to Chris. It's over to Dylan Young, sorry. That goes wide. Llewellyn takes it behind the net. He wraps it around. It's kept in by Coble. Nemi up to Moore. They clear the zone. Moore ahead for Davis. It's too far. It's going to go into the corner where it's fielded by Coble. He wraps it around, but not out. Pauley keeps it in. Good play by Chris Pauley. Centers right up the middle. It's kept in by Tammy Pfeiffer. Now Van Dort takes it for the Jesters. He chips it out. Up to Reichert. He's bothered by Pfeiffer. Van Dort gets it back, flips it over to Reichert in the center. They play a little bit of give and go, and Reichert dumps it in. Just underway, 18:08 to go here in the first. No score.
John Reichert sporting number 71 this year.
Shot.
I think that's our first shot on goal right there, man.
It is. So Aaron Inderlead makes a stop. So, Pete, this is a battle of first-place teams. The Wolverines at 2-1-1 and the Jesters at 3-1-0. This should be a great matchup.
Yeah, it is. Is it too early in the season to call this a game of the week?
I was thinking it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great matchup. That shot steered aside by Inderlead. Glorioso tries to get it out. It's kept in momentarily. Couple turnovers there. Now Van Dort takes it behind the net. Centered and broken up. That's Fred Woodward looking for Glorioso. Can't quite get it. Van Dort looks to break it out. Chipped in by Pfeiffer. Now John Garvey hits it down low. Andrew Curiel. Now the Jesters pop it out. Just out of the reach of Van Dort. That goes to the corner. Inderlead plays that over to Woodward. Woodward looking for Glorioso. Got a tip on it. And Chris White breaks that up. A lot of back and forth action so far.
Yeah, not a lot of sustained pressure, though, except maybe on the Jesters' end a little bit. Connected on a few more passes at this point than the Wolverines, but kind of feeling each other out right now.
Yep, first meeting of the season for these two teams.
Yeah, after today, Matt, I think everyone will have played everybody at least once.
That is true. Big scramble in front of the net. Puck still loose.
Body's on the ice.
Matt Thiele chips it out. And that's going to go the length of the ice for an icing call. So 15:52 to go here in the first. No score. Glad to have you with us here on D-League Radio and D-League Radio TV.
And here we are with one of those 11:30 in the morning starts. Pretty good deal.
It is a good deal. I would take this over 10:30 Monday night any day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chipped back now. Poked out by Adam Lowell.
The Jesters have a pretty big lineup out on the ice right now, Matt. When you look at some of the size of these guys with Casey Spear and Kevin Coble out there.
No doubt about that. That puck was tipped, so no icing call.
Josh Brott's a pretty big boy himself back on defense.
Dave Nemi plays it back, but not out. Ian Mathers takes it for the Jesters. Shoots wide.
Smart play by Ian Mathers to stay along those boards in anticipation of that pass coming up that way.
Coble now chips it down to Casey Spear. Jesters looking to set it up. Couldn't quite get it out there. Good breakup that time by the Wolverines. Coble now up the middle to Spear. Spear's got Erickson with him, but it's just offsides. They got to tag up. Here comes Erickson. He shoots, and that's gloved by Enderlead. And still no score.
But Torrin Erickson with the shot, and you know what? Every time Torrin Erickson touches the puck, you know you could be in danger if you're the Wolverines, because he's one of the leading scorers in the league up to this point.
He is, and he's one of the leading scorers on the Jesters. We got Ian Mathers with 6, Torrin Erickson with 5 goals, and Scott Van Dort with 4. So very balanced scoring for the Jesters.
They've got some firepower, and last week, weren't they part of a 10-1 victory?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
An
anomaly.
I was on the receiving end of that, so.
And you're a defenseman, aren't you, Matt?
That is true.
We don't need to talk about that until we get to the end of the first period. Good keep.
Kept in by Bonnet. He's got somebody with him. He centers. Just off the stick of Dylan Young. Great play by Bonnet. That's broken up by Pfeiffer, and Moore brings it out for the Wolverines.
That's about the third time we've seen Dylan Young causing some trouble down in front of his opponent's net, too.
Moore waits, shoots. That goes wide. Tim Young looking to chip it out and does. That's broken up by Moore and dumped back in. Kyle Gray now for the Jesters. Looking to break it out. Wisely goes to the side. And it's chipped up to Tim Young. Poked out by Pfeiffer. That's put on goal by Dylan Young, and Interlead forced to cover up. So the ice starting to tilt a little bit in the Jesters' favor now, Pete.
Yeah, the last 4 or 5 minutes they're finding themselves or connecting on some passes. Tim Young made a really nice little drop pass there. You know, that's one of those things that wins hockey games. You've got 2 guys covering you as you're breaking into the zone, but you've got an open guy about 3 feet to your right and behind you. You might as well get him the puck, and Tim did.
One back by the Wolverines into the corner. That's chipped up to Nick May. Chris White, excuse me.
Veteran Chris White.
Yeah.
Been around a while.
Bonnet looks into center. He's bothered by Nemi. So the Wolverines would just like a clear right now. Jesters still with the puck. Back to the point. And that just missed Gray. It's played out by Brown.
Dave Brown with one of his trademark long clearing passes out of the zone. It's an adventure every time Brownie touches the puck. And he can handle it.
Llewellyn couldn't keep that in. He's bothered by Bonnet. Actually, that's Scott Van Dort. Gray chips it out, and that's taken by Llewellyn. Tried to connect with Andrew Curiel, but it goes for an icing.
Yeah, right now we're seeing the Wolverines not being able to connect on passes, and the Jesters are, and they're gaining the zone and getting the better of the scoring opportunities. And this is probably an icing call that the Wolverines did not want to take. They're spending enough time with the Jesters gaining the zone, let alone giving the zone up on an icing call, Matt.
Yeah, it makes for a short ice for the Jesters. Now Van Dort takes it in the corner. Puck is centered.
Nice cycling play, too, there by the Jesters.
Teague Boyd just couldn't quite get enough on that one. Broken up by the Wolverines. Reichart now has got a little bit of room. He's got Boyd with him. Little drop pass to Van Dort. Tries to center. He's bothered by Pfeiffer. That's Brott who came in. It's blocked. It's up to Glorioso. Good back check by Brott to get back. Now here comes Van Dort. Broken up by Pfeiffer. Nice play by Tammy Pfeiffer. Comes Andrew Curiel. He's got Garby. That's blocked by Coble. Curiel back to Pfeiffer. And Van Dort clears up to Teague Boyd. Boyd now by himself. Jesters in the middle of a line change. Shot wide. It's broken up by Van Horn. Curiel now pursues. Josh Brott breaks it up, gets it to the corner. Van Horn back to Curiel. Curiel up to Woodward. He shoots wide. Van Horn gets it. Save made by Brown. Good save by Dave Brown there.
Yeah, and smart pass by Andrew Curiel to get the puck to the point.
Here comes Mathers. He's bothered by Woodward. They get tangled up, but they're fine. No problem there. Thiele now, gently on net, and Dave Brown decides to cover up.
Well, they've thrown a couple things on net, and that all started once again with AC making the nice pass back to the point. They take the shot, it goes in, bounces off the other direction of the weak side post, and it looked like the Wolverines had probably their best scoring opportunity there. I don't know who took that shot for them, but Brown, of course, is anticipating that the puck is going to go that way, makes the save.
Chipped around by the Jesters, broken out by Mathers. Now here comes Torrin Erickson. He's got Spear with him, he shoots wide. Inderlead steers that aside, looking to freeze it, and does.
Yeah, and Torrance probably should have given that the pass on that one, because nobody was covering Casey Spear. As big as he is, nobody even noticed him coming in there. You would think that he just cast a shadow and you'd see him coming into the zone, but they didn't pay any attention to him, and he was breaking right down the middle.
Over to Chris White, who shoots just wide, almost looked like a pass. Mathers now centers. It's all Jesters at this point. Erickson, back to Mathers. That was blocked by Schuler. Actually, not Schuler. He's a scratch today.
Schuler is a scratch today.
Well, that was Adam Lowell, pardon me. Now Llewellyn takes it to his own blue line. Up the middle for Thiele. That's broken up by the Jesters. We're going to have our first penalty of the day here, Pete. Looks like Matt Thiele's going.
Matt Thiele's going to go to the box. It looks like he's going to get whistled 2 for a trip on this one. And once again, this is not something that the Wolverines want to have happen. They've been giving up plenty of time in their own zone as it is, and now they're going to have to skate with a man down. And the way the Jesters have been moving the puck, I'd be surprised if they don't score on the power play. My prediction: they're going to get a power play goal.
Face-off controlled by the Jesters. Centered. Almost cleared. Llewellyn now with it, and he clears the puck.
Good job by Ryan Llewellyn to get the puck down the length of the ice.
Dave Brown now takes it behind the net. They're going to reset where Chris White takes it. About a minute and a half to go now on the power play. White dumps it in. Inderlead takes it. Ooh, bit of a mix-up there. Now Davis fields it. And Davis clears. I think Ted thought about taking that for a minute, but then he was bothered by Tim Young. Robert Bonnet now with the puck. He centers to Young. Young backhands, that's wide. Comes out to the center, still controlled by the Jesters. And now the Wolverines cleared. This is Fred Woodward with the puck. Good play there by Freddie, got it deep. Josh Brott now for the Jesters.
45 seconds left on the power play.
Young with the puck. He centers behind Dylan Young. That puck goes wide. Bonnet now with the puck. Gets it behind the net. Looking for someone to pass to. Puck's loose in the middle. And it's just cleared by the Wolverines.
Well, it doesn't look like my prediction's going to come true. 12 seconds left on the power play.
And the Wolverines are going to kill this off. Pfeiffer gets it behind her own net. Going to make a play up to Glorioso. That's broken up, though. John Reichart sneaks in. But that's broken up and still in the zone, though, by the Jesters. Good keep in by Brott. Now Pfeiffer and Reichart tangle in the corner. Up to Van Dort, back to Reichart. They play a little catch. Back to the point where Kobel takes it. Back to Reichart. Now Pfeiffer has it. There's a little trouble corralling that puck.
John's tenacious on this forecheck. Look at him go.
Ted Davis clears it. Justin Moore now. Still looking to gain the zone. And does. He backhands to Ted Davis. That to Glorioso. Good break up there by Josh Brott.
Yeah, they moved Glorioso up to wing on that line. Chris Pauley had been playing wing with Justin Moore and Teddy Davis, but now they got some speed there.
So Van Dort's got Teague Boyd just behind him, but it's taken by Mathers. He centers. That's off Dave Nemi.
A lot of loose pucks left out front in the Wolverines
here's Moore.
zone.
He shoots, but it's gloved by Dave Brown. Probably the best scoring chance for the Wolverines.
Certainly their best scoring chance, yes.
We're down to 3.5 to go here in the first. Still no score.
And Justin Moore has a cannon of a wrist shot, too. So that was Davey Brown being quick with that glove hand to flash that leather and catch that thing.
And Moore made a smart play. He waited for the screen to develop in front of him. So Dave Brown definitely had to be sharp on that.
Oh, we got about 3 minutes left in this period, man. This is the first face-off I can recall down in the Jesters' end so far in this game.
Good shot there by Curiel on the centering pass. But the Jesters clear. It's Mathers now. Pfeiffer bothers him. Good play by Tammy. Chipped ahead by Erickson for Casey Spear. Just shoots wide. Erickson keeps it in, but here comes Garby. Garby now with speed. He's got Curiel with him and Van Horn if he can get it to them. Van Horn gets it, shoots over the net.
Just over the top of the crossbar.
So Van Horn with a good backhand, but just a little too high. Here comes Torrin Erickson for the Jesters. Bringing it in himself, he shoots wide. Pfeiffer now. She chips it behind for Woodward. It's controlled by the Jesters temporarily, but Van Horn brings it out. And now Curiel's got Van Horn with a 2-on-1. Follow. And Brown got that one as well.
Well, the last couple of minutes, we're seeing the Wolverines even it up a little bit.
You know, I think the penalty kill kind of gave them a little bit of a boost when they got through that unscathed, and now they're finding themselves still in a scoreless tie.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. And it's interesting to see how hockey teams can get motivation from a penalty kill, maybe some good physical play, whatever it might be, can fire a team up. And you're right. I think with Matt Thiele taking that penalty and them killing it off, things have worked in the favor of the Wolverines.
Bonnet now brings it himself. He's got help. He shoots. That goes wide to the near side. Thiele now looking to clear and does so up to Lowell. Now it's controlled by the Jesters, back to Coble. That's intercepted by Nemi, who brings it in. He's got Lowell with him. Centers just a little too far ahead.
Smart play by Dave to hold up and wait for his teammate to get back on side.
Chipped out, and here comes Tim Young. He's got his break. He's got a step. He shoots. Big save by Enderlead. Best save of the game there for Aaron.
Best save of the game, absolutely. But it's not business as usual for Aaron today. He's leaving a lot of rebounds out front, a lot of loose pucks in front of his net. And he's normally one of the better goalies in the league as far as covering up and not giving second opportunities.
Neutral zone turnover. Tim Young again. Good poke that time by Nemi. Goes to the corner. Centered, but broken up by Llewellyn there. Bonnet looks to center. Dylan Young went for the one-timer. That goes wide.
Dylan Young again in front of the net.
Llewellyn now, just 15 seconds to go in the period. Dangerous pass up the middle, but looks like he got away with it. Enderlead again on the save, and that is going to do it for the first period. So at the end of one, no score. And Pete, if I'm on the Wolverines bench, I'm breathing a big sigh of relief.
Absolutely, I am. You know, it's kind of good news, bad news right now with Aaron Enderlead because he's making all the saves, but he is leaving a lot of stuff out front. And with the way the Jesters are crashing the net, especially Dylan Young's play in that first period, Matt, I mean, he was down deep. Nobody covering him in that height. Or actually, he was down below the hash marks, and nobody's covering him. That's a big no-no. Those Wolverine defensemen are going to have to stay at home, help their goalie out until he can get a handle on covering those up and not giving up second chances.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of rebounds that are coming out from Enderlead that's, like you said, uncharacteristic. But so far, the Wolverines kind of a bend, not break kind of deal, and it's 0-0.
So far, bend, not break, but if it keeps going like this, we're probably going to see some goals from in close by the Jesters, one or two maybe in this period. It wouldn't surprise me at all. We did see some good scoring opportunities and some good plays by the Wolverines there toward the end of the period. Like you said, after the penalty kill, Matt, it looked like there was a momentum shift, that they kind of gathered themselves and gained something from killing off Matt Thiele's penalty.
All right, so we are now underway in the second. Puck drops. Chipped ahead where it's taken by Moore. Moore gains the zone. He's looking to shoot and does and scores.
There's that cannon.
So Justin Moore, right off the face-off, less than 10 seconds into the period, went to his right, and he snapped that thing before Dave Brown could even move, and just like that, it's 1-0 Wolverines.
You know, it's a fickle game, I'll tell you. Here, I'm guessing that the Jesters probably outshot the Wolverines 3-1 in that first period, but all it takes is one time, and you let a guy like Justin Moore get into the zone, and you're in trouble.
So the Jesters, after dominating the play much of the first, find themselves trailing. Enderlead steers that aside, which is taken by Woodward, who wraps it around, looking for Pauly. Puck is bouncing, still not out. Boyd shoots that, Enderlead puts that one aside. Pauly now along the boards, where he battles.
Good play by Chris Pauly right there to clear the puck out of his own zone.
Chipped ahead to Moore. Good hustle by Justin Moore there. Centers. Pfeiffer keeps it in. Tammy again makes the play. And now the Jesters will break out. Reichart's got Van Dort. Woodward back. Back to Reichart. Great play by Ted Davis to break that one up.
Nice work by Teddy, the center, to get back and cover Reichart on that.
Now White shoots. That's blocked and cleared by Woodward. That'll be an icing call. So I want to take this time to remind you that all D-League radio games are brought to you by the Keg Stand. Now it's third year as the primary sponsor of D-League Radio. That's at 3530 Westtown Parkway in West Des Moines. Over 90 beers on tap, new tappings every week. Full menu, great food over there at the Keg Stand. They got food specials all day, open till 2 a.m. 7 days a week. And again, the official home of the new CIDL, and as always, the home of D-League Radio.
Bar none, the best sports bar in the city of Des Moines.
Llewellyn now takes it. He chips it up, broken up by Spear. Spear wraps it around, looking for Erickson. Kind of a funny bounce off the boards.
Dangerous bounce off the boards.
Josh Brott takes it. And Erickson got that loose puck in front and went 5-hole on Enderle. Very innocent, kind of clunky-looking play, but it ends in a goal, and we are tied at 1.
And there it is, down deep. And this is what the Jesters have been doing all game. They've been getting traffic in front, creating havoc in front of the net, and all it takes is a bounce or two and convert on an opportunity like that. And now we got a 1-to-1 game.
And, you know, that's how sometimes those plays start. Spear kept it in, wrapped it around, and the next thing you know, the puck is bouncing. Erickson put it in, and now we are tied at 1. Mathers takes it for the Jesters, right back in the zone. He centers, that's broken up by Garby. Llewellyn wraps it around, but it's kept in by Coble. Nemi now in the corner.
Kevin Coble with a smart pinch there to keep the puck deep.
Glorioso now chips it out. But right back in go the Jesters. Jesters control it there in the neutral zone. That's chipped out of play by Coble. So 16:24 to go here in the second period. We're tied at 1. Great to have you with us here on D-League Radio TV. The first of 5 games today. All will be broadcast and telecast. So if you're listening to this and can't quite make it to your computer, this will be on YouTube later. So Rich Harms always does a great job of getting those uploaded for us quickly.
Rich is phenomenal when it comes to producing these games.
He makes us sound really good somehow.
He does make us sound a lot better than we are.
Here comes Tim Young on a break.
Unfortunately, he can't make us look better, though. That's the sad part, man.
Enderle makes the save.
And let's not forget to acknowledge our cameraman, Brett DeBrune, over here to my right.
Brett's doing a fine job.
Yes, he is. How are you, Brett? Very well. There we go. He's in good shape today. He'll be a tired man by the time the day's over.
Pfeiffer now takes it behind her own net. She chips it up, but not out. It's kept in by Chris White, who dumps it back to the corner. Pfeiffer now battles with Tim Young.
Chris White's had a solid game back there taking care of the blue line, especially in the attacking zone.
Pfeiffer chips it up, but Gray keeps it in for the Jesters. Now Van Horn looking to clear. And does. Up to Lowell. He's got Thiele with him. Just behind Thiele, who battles with Tim Young. Thiele emerges with it and chips it in. Kyle Gray wraps it around. And it's up to Bonnet now. Pfeiffer now. She's going to be tired tonight. We've been saying her name a lot.
Mm-hmm. She's been all over the ice so far.
Van Horn battles with Bonnet. Good battle there. It's centered. It's just chipped out by Thiele. Dylan Young resets back to his defense and now gets it into the zone where Lowell corrals the puck, chips it up to Thiele, who breaks it out for the Wolverines. He's got Van Horn with him. Thiele shoots, that's steered aside by Brown. Gray chips it out, and now the Jesters are breaking out. Here they go. Big play by Teague Boyd, it's got a breakaway. Boyd shoots, and it just trickles in. Enderle got a piece of it, but not quite enough. It trickles over the line, and the Jesters now lead 2-1. 13:40 to go here in the second.
Nice goal by Teague, and just a hustle goal, too, breaking out of his zone. But I'll tell you, I thought that he had that shot in Aaron's breadbasket. I don't know. That must have snuck right underneath Aaron's arm for that to go in. It didn't look like it went up and over his shoulder or anything.
No, I think you're right.
I thought he'd made the save, man.
Yeah, I did, too. I think it just kind of snuck in between his jersey and his armpit. Kept in by Reichart now, so the Jesters continue to press. And now Nemi clears. Good pass up to Moore. Moore's got Pauly with him. But good D by the Jesters. Veteran play there by Josh Brott to break that up, but not out of the zone. Nemi now. Llewellyn shoots. Paulie's got it. And that ends up in the net.
It did.
After a dog pile. I'm not sure who got that.
I think Chris Pauly may have gotten his own, I don't want to say it was a rebound because I don't think it got through. It looked like it might have bounced off Kevin Coble. And I know the net came off its moorings, but Ryan Kelleher whistled the puck a goal before the net got dislodged. So from our vantage point, it is a good goal. And I think Chris Pauly scored the goal.
Well, it was a crazy play. Llewellyn shot from the point. Coble blocked it, but then it went right to Paulie's stick, who shot it once. Dave Brown came out to make the save, and the next thing you know, there was a dog pile, and the puck is in the net. And in any event, it is 2-2.
And that's a big goal for the Wolverines right there.
Mathers now for the Jesters. Centers to Erickson. A big save that time by Inderlead. Torrin Erickson doesn't miss those very often.
No, he does not.
Brott now centers. Just wide from Van Dort.
And once again, look at the traffic that the Jesters create in front of the net.
Erickson now, once again in the slot. Inderlead's seen enough of that, and he will freeze that puck.
Smartly freeze the puck. They need to reset here on this faceoff and figure out how to get the puck out of the zone. Nice faceoff win, by the way.
And Glorioso now clears. He's got Garby with him if he sees him. Now Garby does take that puck, centers. That's behind everyone, where it's going to be taken by Spear, who chips it out. He's bothered by Pfeiffer, but he gets it over to Mathers. Mathers now shoots. Inderlead makes a stop. Big rebound. Garby takes it, but back to Mathers, who shoots it over the net. And now the Wolverines are just scrambling and trying to get it out of that zone. Mathers, though, again, gets that puck on net. Erickson now, back to the point for Gray, who chips in back to Mathers. Good save by Inderlead. Starting to control those rebounds a little better now.
He is now, yeah. It looks like he's found himself a little bit because he's not giving up those second opportunities, and that's a good thing if you're the Wolverines, because with all of those Jesters players flying around and getting down deep and creating trouble in front of the net, he's going to need to cover those up to keep this a close game.
So a very entertaining game so far, right at the midpoint of the game, 2-2. Young now. He's bothered by Llewellyn, who chips it off to the side where it's taken by Bonnet. Chris White shoots. That's broken up. Still not. Now it's out. And that's too far for Thiele. It's going to be taken by Brown. Brown clears. That's up to Dylan Young. Young up to Bonnet. Bonnet still with it. Right in the top slot. Shoots. Inderlead makes a save. And I thought he had that puck, but it came loose.
Yeah, there's one where he just had a little trouble hanging on after he made the initial save.
And it looked like Tim Young may have gotten a piece of that after it came out from Inderlead. We'll have to wait for the official score. But it is now 3-2 Jesters.
Yeah, they're going to head to center ice, and Ryan Kelleher is headed over to the scorer's bench to let him know who gets credit for that goal. I did not see who scored the goal.
I did not either. There was too many bodies down there, but we will see shortly. .42 to go now in the second period. Chipped back where Coble takes it. Just chipped out where it's taken by Llewellyn. Llewellyn up to Van Horn. It's taken by Lowell. Lowell looking to shoot. Coble breaks that up. Now Llewellyn dumps it back in where it's taken by Coble. Coble chips it up to Bonnet. Bonnet's got Young and Dylan Young. Guess I need to say Tim and Dylan. They're both named Young. All right, now Tim takes it. He shoots wide. Coble's going to keep that in. Good play by Coble. Nemi now. Makes a nice clear. Up to Thiele. Thiele's waiting for help. Just kind of resetting. Teague Boyd knocks it off his stick, but Llewellyn takes it. Up through the middle. He's got Ted Davis. Davis gains his own. Makes a move. Coble chips it wide. Davis behind the net. Chips up for Pauly, but that's broken up. Here comes Bonnet. Robert Bonnet gains his own. He's got Boyd in the middle, if you can get it to him. Reichart also down low. Reichart behind his own net, or behind the Wolverine net. Circles back. Chips it back to the point for Brott. Brought back to Reichart. There's that long reach of Coble keeping that puck in.
Nice job by Kevin to keep the puck in the zone.
Back to Coble. Now finally the Wolverines are going to clear, and here comes Justin Moore. He's got a lot of speed. Still with the puck, he drops it to Davis. Coble makes that block.
Well, that's what Kevin is known for, is getting back and blocking shots.
Woodward chips it out for the Wolverines. Dumped back in by the Jesters, where it's taken by Pfeiffer. Tammy up the corner, not out. Van Dort now shoots. Big glove save by Inderlead.
Nice save by Inderlead right there, and great job by Kevin Coble to get back and block that scoring attempt by Teddy Davis. Moore had gained the zone, makes the drop pass back to Teddy, and Teddy lets it go. And Kevin caught all the way up with that play. He was turned the wrong way coming out of the zone, hustled back and caught up to the play and prevented even a shot on goal, let alone a scoring attempt. And I would dare say there's probably nobody better in the league of blocking shots than Kevin Coble. He's a big body, though, so he uses it to his advantage.
Well, he's big, but he's also good at it.
He's very good at it. He's good. He's one of the better players at knowing about taking lanes away.
Still in by the Jesters. Erickson chips it back to Van Dort. Puck pops out in the middle. Wolverines looking to clear and do. Davis up to Moore. Moore looking for help. Drops it off to Davis. Davis centers back to Moore. And it's in. A beautiful give and go by the Wolverines.
That's a great play.
And Justin Moore finished it, and we're tied again, Pete.
That's a great play. You know, last year, Justin Moore and Teddy Davis were line mates on the Jesters, and now with a full season and a partial part of this season underneath their belt, these two guys know how to find each other. There's chemistry between those two players. And here we are, tied again. I mean, how many lead changes and ties have we had in just a 3-3 game? Nobody's been up by more than a goal.
Nope. And we're tied at 3 with under 5 minutes to go here in the second.
Now, this is about what I would expect out of two first-place teams, too.
Erickson now for the Jesters, looking to make a centering pass, gets it back. Llewellyn knocks it off his stick. Shot goes wide where it's fielded by Spear. He tangles with Nemi. Glorioso looks to clear, but Chris White keeps in temporarily. Now Glorioso has Curiel with him. Curiel shoots, and that's taken by Brown, but the rebound is there. And Dave Brown decides to cover that up.
Would have been a good opportunity for another give and go because they had numbers coming into the zone. Andrew went wide like he should and received the pass, but the defenseman started to lean over his direction rather than let the goalie have the shooter, and looked like Glorioso had a break on goal if Andrew could have got the return pass to it. Easier said than done, though. When you're standing up here, it all looks real easy.
Oh, yeah, it looks very easy up here. Inderlead now fields it behind his own net. He knocks it away from Mathers. It's taken by Nemi. He's bothered by Spear. They tangle. That's been a good battle today. Good centering pass by Spear, but nobody home. Now Gray looks to shoot. That's blocked by Curiel. Good centering pass. Tim Young backhands wide, but Young gets his own puck behind the net. Still with the puck. Chris White now. Mathers behind the net, back to Tim Young. Young looking to center. Gray gets it back to Young. That's blocked by Nemi. Gets it to the side where Glorioso takes it. And gets it chipped out. And the Jesters right back in. Oh, just offside. Spear did not clear the zone. And with 2:48 to go here in the second, 3-3.
No, Casey Spear was about half a skate still in the zone. It was at the end of the shift, and I think he might have been a little gassed right there trying to clear and prevent the delayed offside.
Bonnet now for the Jesters. Shoots. Interleague controls the rebound.
That's what we need to see out of Aaron right there in order to keep this Jester team off the scoreboard. One of the things I've noticed, Matt, that the Jesters do that I really like is when they're actually cycling the puck and they're using that open space behind their opponent's net to draw the defenseman off to the side and look for an open man.
Woodward now takes it around. Bonnet gets that, but now it's taken by Van Horn. Up to Thiele. Thiele back to Van Horn.
Nice pass by Matt.
Good shot by Van Horn. That's steered aside by Brown. So the Wolverines still, but now the Teague Boyd breaks out for the Jesters. It's 3-on-2 if he hurries. He's got Bonnet and Dylan Young. Bonnet looking to center. Dylan Young all alone.
Yeah, they left Dylan alone in the slot again. And that's I know that's the second time he's had a scoring opportunity where he's been right there in the hash marks, right where he's supposed to be camped.
And Interlead came out to break up the angle and stood tall and make a big save there.
I don't know if Dylan Young is on the scoreboard yet or not, but I'm going to tell you, Dylan Young is doing things that don't show up on the scoreboard that win hockey games.
Pfeiffer now up to Van Horn. Loses the puck temporarily, but gets it back, and he chips it out. Josh Brott retreats, chips it up, where it's taken by Reichart. He's got Van Dort with him. Reichart shoots, and that's blocked aside by Woodward. 40 seconds to go in the period.
And there's that play behind the net again. But that's a crafty veteran, a 50-year-old hockey player in John Reichart knowing what to do. Still having the presence of mind, even at 50.
Coble now pinches in, makes a centering pass. But now it's chipped up by the Wolverines where Thiele takes it up to Lowell, but that's behind him. Van Horn now gains the zone. Coble reverses direction. Pfeiffer keeps it in temporarily. And that will do it for the second period. So at the end of 2, we are back where we started, all tied up, 3-3, Pete.
What a way to start the day, huh?
Yeah, so let's go over the scoring summary. After a scoreless first, Justin Moore has the first goal of the game for the Wolverines, unassisted. Then the Jesters answered with Torrin Erickson, assisted by Josh Brott and Casey Spear. Jesters scored again, Teague Boyd unassisted. Wolverines tied up on a goal by Chris Pauley with Niemi and Llewellyn on the helpers. Kyle Gray strikes for the Jesters, assisted by Tim Young, and then Justin Moore again with an assist by Ted Davis. So here we are, knotted at 3, going into the third.
Yeah, most of those scored by the usual suspects too. The guys you would think would carry the game. You're seeing points out of those people, Teague Boyd and the Justin Moores of the world. Nice to see Chris Pauley get a goal down there as well. I think did he get the goal that made it what, 2-2 or 3-2 or 3-3?
He got the goal that made it 2-2.
2-2. Okay.
I want to remind you that D-League Radio is also brought to you by Sew Cherry, screen printing and sewing specialists.
We're sporting some of their handiwork
yes,
right now.
We are.
Our brand spanking new D-League jackets.
Yeah, beautiful jerseys and jackets. All right, we are underway on the third here. 18-minute period. Intercepted by Moore, who brings it in. He's bothered and falls, but no penalty. Now Mathers brings it out for the Jesters. Pauley now intercepts. Back to Moore. Moore tries to get around Mathers. They're still battling, and now Mathers chips it out. Llewellyn now for the Wolverines. He chips it over to Pauley. Pauley gains the zone, dumps it down where it's taken by White. White calmly gets it up to Gray, but Moore keeps it in temporarily. Now Mathers. Up to Kyle Gray, and that's chipped out. Now Moore behind the defense. He's got a break. He's got a step. Big save by Dave Brown. He outweighted Moore that time.
Yeah, Justin went to the backhand. Oh, my goodness, and Justin Moore with a nice centering pass to my buddy, Chris Pauley, and Chris went top shelf on that
Pauley
where Mama hides the cookie jar.
Got that puck and was very impressive in waiting for Brown to go down, and he picked a spot in the corner and hit it, and the Wolverines have their first lead at 4-3.
Nice patience by kicking to wait for Dave Brown to drop down to his pads on that one and put it right over his blocker side shoulder. Well, I'm happy for my buddy Chris Pauley. That gives the Wolverines, what is that, their first lead since the opening salvo that they fired?
That's their first lead since 1-0.
Since
yes.
1-0.
So now it's 4-3 Wolverines. 16 minutes to go here in the game. Dylan Young now looking to make a play, centers, but that's broken up by Inderlead. And Nemi tangles with Tim Young. Actually, that's Garby. Looks like we're going to have a hooking call. And it looks like John Garby's going to the penalty box for the Wolverines.
John Garby, one of the more veteran players in the league as well. And you would think with all his experience and age that he would be able to get away with that and not get caught, that he'd know how to pull that off. But John's going to sit for a couple for hook on this one.
Well, the last time the Wolverines were in the penalty box, they managed to kill it off. Let's see if they can do it again here. Jesters looking to tie it. One back to Brott. Glorioso now looking to clear. Kept in by Bonnet. Tim Young attempted the shot, but that was broken up by Woodward, and it went out of play.
Yep, up and over the glass on that one.
Faceoff will remain in the zone.
And that's a break for the Wolverines right there because we have a running clock on the penalty time right now, so we're down to a minute and a half before this puck gets dropped on the faceoff.
Young looking to clear, but it's kept in by Coble. Shot wide by Van Dort. Brott takes it just inside the blue line. He shoots, but that's blocked. Centered and turned aside. Inderlead has seen enough, and he covers up.
Wisely so. Good play by Aaron right there with the running clock. Now we're down to a minute. We'll be down to about 45 seconds or so by the time they drop this because we're seeing some line changes going on here too.
It's now 45 seconds to go on the penalty.
Now this will be a big storm right now for the Wolverines to weather if they can get out of this without giving up a power play goal.
White gets back at the point and shoots. It's deflected by Reichart.
And they did not. And we are at 4-4, Matt. There's your power play goal.
And looks like Scott Van Dort got it for the Jesters.
Another goal by the Jesters down deep with all that traffic in front. I mean, and particularly that line with Reichart and I think who else is on that? Teague Boyd and Van Dort. They've been hustling and down deep all morning long. Are we in the well? We're in the afternoon.
We are in the afternoon now. Yep.
All morning and all afternoon, all day long.
Chipped in by the Jesters now. Looking to press the issue. Good play by Dave Nemi to break that up. It's gathered by Mathers. He's bothered by Llewellyn. Mathers still with the puck. He centers. Puck there temporarily. And still not out. It's kept in by the Jesters. Nemi and Casey Spear collide in the center. Chipped by Van Horn. He gets it out. Try to get up to Thiele. Chris White gets it in the neutral zone. He fires it deep. Llewellyn now. His clearing attempt blocked by Spear and kept in.
Nice job by Spearsy there to keep that puck in the zone too.
Erickson now. Back to Mathers. Mathers back to Erickson. They play a little catch. In the middle. That's broken up. Now Thiele's looking to pursue it for the Wolverines. But Mathers gets there first. Spear now. He's got to step on Niemi if he hurries. Tries to go to the middle, but broken up nicely by Niemi. Niemi to Van Horn. Van Horn's pass is blocked by Eriksson. Eriksson gains the zone. In the high slot. That's turned aside by Niemi. Shot goes wide, where it's taken by Bonnet. And the Wolverines finally clear. Moore now in pursuit. He's got a step. And Pete, we have a good goal.
I think that is a good goal too.
Go ahead.
I
sorry.
think it is. No, I think it is a good goal. It looked like the puck crossed the goal line before Justin crashed in there, and I'm not so sure Justin didn't get brought down from behind on that one, but he did get the shot off.
Well, it was a strange enough play. Davis chipped it up, but it came out at an angle, and Justin Moore was hustling down the middle, made a great play, and caught the Jesters by surprise.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays where Teddy and Justin, once again, we have to reference the fact that they're into their second season of skating together. Teddy pounces the puck off the boards because he trusts his teammate Justin Moore. He knows how fast he is and can catch up to that thing. That's a good goal. It'll be interesting to see that on the replay, though, when we take a look at this on YouTube. But it looked like the puck preceded Justin into the net. Of course, it wouldn't be a penalty shot, even though he's pulled down from behind, because he did get a shot off.
Chipped ahead now. Now Moore has it again. Centers for Davis. Big save by Brown.
Huge save by Brown, because that could have been a 2-goal lead right there.
And here comes Tim Young. That's broken up by Woodward. But Dylan Young keeps it in.
We're starting to see the pace of the game have a little more jump in their steps, maybe a little more desperation now.
Ted Davis makes that block. Gets it up to Moore, who chips it in past Brott. He's got Pauly and Davis with him. Davis tangles with Tim Young, who clears. Looks like that was touched by Woodward. There's going to be no icing call, so Pfeiffer takes it behind her own net.
Yeah, we have wholesale changes by both teams on that puck going down the length of the ice, too. All fresh legs.
9.5 minutes to go. It's 5-4 Wolverines. Curiel now up to Glorioso, who's got a lot of speed. Looking to return the pass, but Brown comes up and breaks that up before it could get back to Curiel.
Yeah, Glorioso's pass just went just about 6 inches too deep before AC could catch up to that. Otherwise, he was breaking toward the net, and he had a wide open net because Brown had really committed himself to Glorioso on that play on the right side of the ice.
Glorioso shoots, that's blocked. Now Boyd looking to break out and does. He's got Van Dort and Reichart with him. Drop to Reichart, that goes wide. Wolverines chip out of the zone. Dumped back in by Kyle Gray. Wolverines now just up the middle but not out. Reichart keeps it in. That's steered aside by Inderlead. Wolverines trying to clear, but the Jesters are just a step ahead. Van Dort now. His shot is blocked. And it's just cleared out where Gray takes it. That's blocked by Curiel. Garby now gains the zone.
We have a delayed penalty.
Delayed penalty. Glorioso took it to the net and just about got it through, but Brown made a big save. And now the Wolverines are going to enjoy their first power play of the day.
Yeah, they are. And Scott Van Dort's going to go to the sin bin. I think this is the first, the first penalty, in fact, on the Jesters. They've played a pretty flawless game in that regard up to this point, Matt, but not what they wanted was 7.5 minutes left in the game. And once again, I want to reference that line with Van Dort and Boyd and Reichart and the way they move that puck and cycle the puck. I think that has a lot to do with just the fact that they all have pretty high hockey IQs. And you got a guy like John out there kind of quarterbacking the thing too.
Nemi keeps it in off the clearing attempt, but now Mathers clears for the Jesters.
Good play by Mathers. He knows he's shorthanded. He just takes the puck, dumps it deep in the zone, and decides not to carry.
Thiele now with Van Horn and Lowell. Came back out front, but it's now cleared by the Jesters. Fred Woodward now with the puck. Up to Van Horn. Van Horn gets around Coble. That's deflected wide. Thiele now. Mathers clears. Gets around Woodward.
Oh my gosh.
Mathers got a point. Got a break. Just goes wide. So very dangerous Ian Mathers, just about had one. Now he intercepts it again in the neutral zone. He's everywhere, Pete.
Yes, he is. Ian Mathers has had one heck of a game.
All right, now Pfeiffer behind her own net. 5:50 to go now. The Wolverines up 5-4. Dumped in by Pfeiffer. Penalties over, both teams at even strength. Erickson brings it up for the Jesters.
Well, the penalty's over, but both teams are not at even strength. The Jesters still just have 4 people on the bench. So far, the Jester player in the box has not rejoined the play.
Moore now over to Davis. That's turned aside by Brown. And that skips over the stick of Woodward. Bonnet in pursuit. And now the Wolverines. Jesters making a change. Here comes Moore. Back to Pauly. Pauly chips in where it's taken by Bonnet. Davis blocks that in the neutral zone.
Now we're even strength.
Now Van Dort comes out.
I thought he should have been out about 15 or 20 seconds prior to that. But,
yeah, I do too. I'm not sure what happened there.
Well,
Bonnet now has got Van Dort with him. That's turned aside by Interlead. Rebound.
and there's that rebound again.
And Robert Bonnet followed his own shot. The rebound came to him. And we are tied at 5.
Well, right there, Robert Bonnet exercising Hockey 101, and that is follow your shot to the net. You always follow your shot or you follow up your pass. And he got his own rebound and buried it. And now we are 5-5. This is a crazy game.
It is a crazy back and forth game.
Well played game, man.
Yes, very well played. We got 4 minutes to go. Of course, we get down to the last 2 minutes. Any stoppage will result in a stop clock, as long as there's a 2-goal differential or less. Puck's out of play, and we'll have a face-off just outside the Wolverine zone. Very entertaining start to the day. Pete, if all the games are like this today, we're in for a treat.
If all the games are like this today, I don't play till the 4:30 game. I won't have any energy to play in a game like this. I'll miss my nap time, Matt.
All right, 3.5 to go now. Reichart dumps it in.
Well, it's a 3-minute hockey game, Matt. Let's see who wants it more.
Chris White dumps it in. Interlead turns that aside where it's taken by Llewellyn. Llewellyn up to Glorioso, who just couldn't quite field it cleanly, but still has the puck. Curiel's in the middle. Centers, but that's broken up by Brown. Good play by Dave Brown. Now here comes Boyd the other way. He's got Reichart and Spear. Boyd centers. A little too sharp of an angle, and that's steered aside by Interlead. Up now to Curiel, who's got Garby. John Garby. He shoots just wide. Things really opening up now. 2.5 minutes to go. Spear up to Reichart. Tangled his skates, but back to Spear, still onside. Garby now takes it. He's going to go behind his own net. He gets it up to Curiel. Puck just comes out of the zone. Reichart over to White. That comes off the boards, though. Now Garby with the puck. He shoots. Brown makes the save.
Garvey with a nice shot right there. As a matter of fact, he used Josh Broad as a screen, but that wasn't going to fool a veteran goalie like Brown. He was able to pick that puck up even though the big defenseman was screening him.
So we are right at 2 minutes, and again, clock has stopped. 5-5 is our score. Won by the Wolverines. Back to Thiele. That goes wide, where it's taken by Coble. He collides with Van Horn. Now Mathers takes it. He gets it up to Erickson. Erickson coming in from the point. Centers. Just out of the reach of Mathers. Bonnet shoots that wide. He tangles with Woodward. Bonnet tries the wraparound, but that's broken up. Now Moore gets it out for the Wolverines. Van Horn now gains the zone. He passes it. That goes wide. Brott chips it up. Kept in by the Wolverines temporarily. Now here comes Mathers. He's got Bonnet. Enderlead pokes it away from harm. 1:09 to go.
Nice play by Aaron.
Woodward shoots. Brown.
Oh, that fooled Brownie.
Yeah,
he's got it in the in between the pillows right there. But that one just about snuck in.
That was one of those seeing eye pucks that looked like it might make its way through, but Brown battled it just enough to keep it out. And we are under a minute, 58 seconds to go, 5-5.
More Pauly and Davis out there on the front line right now for the Wolverines.
Won by the Jesters, and they clear. Tim Young now looking to get around Llewellyn. He's got Van Dort with him. Circles behind, still with the puck. Now he gives it to Van Dort. He looks to center, but that's broken up by Niemi. Tim Young again. Tangles with Llewellyn. He's got help from Davis. 30 seconds now. And finally the Wolverines do clear. Davis now. He's got a step. Can he get a shot off? It goes wide. Van Dort chips it up and out. 15 seconds to go. Turned over in the neutral zone, but there's an offsides. So 12 seconds to go. Faceoff will be just outside the Jesters zone. And I think there's probably time for one more scoring chance either way. We'll see how this faceoff turns out.
Yeah, that actually is not a bad offside call because if they can win it, well, they didn't win the faceoff.
And here comes Young. Just under 10 seconds now. Tim Young gets around. Enderlead turns that aside. And fittingly, this game will end in a 5-5 tie.
Wow.
What a battle. What a game.
What a start to November right here for us with this game. I did not see a 5-5 game on my radar, man. I have to tell you. I thought it would be a close game. I thought we were looking at maybe, especially with the two goaltenders being as proficient as they normally are. I was looking at maybe a 2-1 game, 2-2, 3-2, somewhere in that neighborhood. Light the lamp 5 times by both teams? Nah, wouldn't have picked the over-under at 10 on this one.
Yeah, and believe it or not, there was no scoring in the first. So let's go over the goals. Again, in the second period, just 9 seconds in, Justin Moore started the scoring for the Wolverines. Torn Erickson countered for the Jesters, assisted by Brott and Spear. Then Teague Boyd struck, unassisted for the Jesters. Chris Pauly evened things up with an assist by Niemi and Ryan Llewellyn. Kyle Gray then for the Jesters, assisted by Tim Young. Justin Moore again, assisted by Ted Davis. Then in the third period, Chris Pauly, assisted by Moore. Scott Van Dort on the power play, assisted by Reichart and Chris White. Justin Moore again for the Wolverines. And then Scott Van Dort closed the scoring, assisted by Tim Young. So 10 goals in 2 periods, an incredible game. And
so far, offense has ruled the day.
Yeah, I was going to say it had a little of everything. And in 10-goal games, it's kind of strange to say there was some good goaltending, but there was.
There was
some great saves in this game as well.
Yeah, lots of shots on goal. Lots of offense created in this game. There's no question about that. Listen, I'm going to have to take my leave. I've got to coach the next game. I've got to find what locker room the Bandits are in and see if we can't stay undefeated today.
All right, Pete. Well, I enjoyed it.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
You bet.
And here we are in our brand new by So Cherry, our keg stand sponsored and So Cherry sponsored D-League jackets.
I like it.
We are official.
They are passing the test. I'm nice and warm.
I'm toasty.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you,
I
Pete.
will see you later on this
All right.
afternoon.
We will see you later. So again, our final score, 5-5, Jesters and the Wolverines. Want to remind you again that D-League Radio is the primary sponsor of, good Lord, let's try that again. The Keg Stand is the primary sponsor of D-League Radio. And they're now in their third year. They're located at 3530 Westtown Parkway in West Des Moines. 90 beers on tap with new tappings every week. Full menu of some of the best food in town, especially the wings. Gotta love those wings out there. Food specials all day, open until 2 a.m. 7 days a week. The official sponsor of the CIDL. Also, So Cherry is the sponsor of D-League Radio, providing custom jerseys or uniforms for any sport. Original screen printing and embroidery. No minimum order. You can have as little as 1 or as many as 50. Or you can have even more than that. Multitude of garments, options to fit any budget, and they are the official jersey supplier of the CIDL. And finally, Red Dragon Herbs, owned by our own Ryan Llewellyn, who you just saw on the ice. RedDragonHerbs.net, down at the Farmers Market. Now the Farmers Market is done for the year, but you can still find them online. Makes a great gift. T-Mix is a wonderful thing. So again, our final score is 5-5. That was the first of 5 games today. Next up is the 12:45 matchup in the novice division between the Bandits and Wild Goose. We look forward to bringing you that one. The remainder of the day features the Benders and Stampede at 2 o'clock, the Knights and the Blues at 3:15, and finally the Wanderers and the Vicious Squirrels at 4:30. So again, stay tuned for the 12:45 matchup. But for my commentary man, Pete Van Howling, and our producer, Rich Van Harms. I'm really speaking well today, aren't I? All right, Rich Harms. He's an honorary Dutchman today, Rich Van Harms. Rich Harms, I'm Matt Whips. I got my name right at least. This is D-League Radio.